Hey everyone, bonjour. The IB Crocodile is here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, specialized in providing academic videos for IB, physics, and mathematics on both standard level and higher level curriculums. Today, let's have a look at this question here together. Physics High Level Paper 1, Time Zone 1, May 2023 session, question number 10. A metal cube X of length L is heated, gaining thermal energy Q. Its temperature rises by delta T. A second cube Y of length 2L made of the same material gains thermal energy of 2Q. What is the temperature rise of Y? So the temperature rise is basically the change in temperature, which is delta T. So capital T here is the absolute temperature in Kelvin. And we see here thermal energy. So you may think of what I call the national anthem of thermal physics, Q equal MC delta T, right? So this is really what, comes to your mind once you see some, information about or some data about Q and delta T, right? So here we got two cubes here, right? And let's say this is cube X. Oh, sorry. Cube X. And the width length L, right? And cube Y with length or edge length is 2L. So the cube all length or all edges are equal in length, right? So this is L and this is 2L. Okay. So let's see what we have for X here. We got the thermal energy gained or the quantity of heat, let's say Q, while the quantity of heat for Y is 2Q. We have 2Q there. And then, okay, we got mass of X somehow. We need to find the relationship, right? And we got mass of Y. Now, the delta Tx, the delta T, let's say X, he called it delta T. And now we need to find the temperature rise of Y, which is delta T Y, obviously in terms of delta T sub X or delta T for cube X. Okay. Now, here there is a key word here, we say of the same material. Now, what does it mean? If cube X is of the same material, the first thing that they are or they have equal specific heat capacity, because specific heat capacity, small c, would depend on specifically the material. And that's why it's called specific heat capacity, right? So we can actually assume, or we can deduce from the given information here that the C sub X is equal to C sub Y, and let's say that is equal to C. Okay. So now let's lay out what we have so far. Okay. So if Q, like the quantity of heat given to cube X, is going to be MC delta T. So we have here MX times C times delta T, right? And then the amount given of heat to block Y, is going to be 2Q, and that is equal to M sub Y times C times delta T Y. So now we need to find the relationship between the mass of cube X and the mass of cube Y. And we've got the length, of the edge of each cube. Another conclusion or another information we can get from the same material, keyword here, that both cubes would have the same density, right? So we can say, okay, since they are of the same material, so I can say rho X equals to rho Y. And the density is the mass per unit volume. So the mass of X over Vx equals to the mass of Y over Vy. Now, volume of a cube is easy. It's just the edge length to the power of 3, right? Edge length times edge length times edge length, or L times L times L. So we can say, okay, so that means that mx divided by L cube equals to my divided by, now volume of Y is going to be 2L to the power of 3, which is 8L cube, right? 2 times 2 times 2, 8. L cube, so that is the volume of cube Y. Now we can cancel L cube with L cube, right? And that implies that mx, or we can say my, equals to 8 times mx, right? So I did just cross multiplication here. So we've got here mx over 1 equals to my over 8. That means my times 1 equals 8 times mx. And now we can back substitute here, and we get now the relationship between the temperature rise, right? So we can say, okay, so 2q here on that equation here equals my, which is 8 mx, right, times c times delta ty. And we have q here, that is mx c delta t. Now, let's say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Now you do whatever you want. You can divide both of them. You can substitute Q here by that expression, whatever works. Okay? So let me substitute. Let me replace Q here by that expression from equation 1, right? So I can say from equation 1, substitution by substitution in equation 2. So 2 times, now Q is mx c delta t equals to 8 mx c delta ty, right? So now I can cancel mx with mx. I can cancel c with c. So 2 delta t. So now we end up with 2 delta t equals to 8 delta ty, which means even you can simplify here, divide by 2 here is 4. So that means delta ty equals to delta t over 4. So the answer is B. Okay, so same material, meaning the same density or equal density, and also meaning equals the specific heat capacity of both cubes are equal. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to leave any questions, comments, likes, subscribe. More questions are coming in this channel to IB, like for IB past paper solutions, and good luck.